What up? Coming at you with a deck profile. I just won the Wizards Duel Championship Tournament. I was playing 4 rounds of Swiss with 24 people. So let's get right into it. So the monsters, we play, obviously, 2 of the big boy, 2 Masterpiece. This card's nuts. This card's not surviving the ban list. And then 3 Majesty Maiden. She's what gets you Masterpiece. This card's ridiculous. 1 Ignis Heat. This card's needed. It's really good when you go second. And the one card that makes this deck absolutely broken. A mono Yugioh. The spirit that turns off all hand traps. So you can resolve every draw card in your deck. So, yep, monster count, we have 9 monsters. We get into spells. 3 Dragonic Diagram. This card just searches everything. 3 Heritage. This card lets you draw, depending on the number of different types that you send from the field to grave. This card's nutty. 3 Disciples. This card lets you act like an Emerald, lets you recycle 3 and then draw 1. Note, both the spell cards lets you additionally tribute on your turn, which is pretty good, and then pop a spell or trap, which is really, really good. Triple Terraforming. This is what makes your deck function, lets you search out the diagrams. Duality. Self-explanatory. 3-carded Demise. This card's gross with the mono. You just win the game when you resolve it. 2 Pot of Desires. Don't want to see more than 2 in your build. Otherwise, you're just gonna draw into multiples. And 1 Regeki. Self-explanatory. Combine it with a mono, and it hurts. Traps. 3 Anti-Spell. This card won me so many games. This card says you can't play Yugioh. 3 Apocalypse. This lets you half monsters attack on your opponent's board. Also lets you tribute summon during their main phase. This card's really good. 1 Monarch Erupt. It's like skill drain. I personally like it better than skill drain. You're not losing 1,000, and you get to keep it on board, even until your next turn, even if you don't have a tribute summon monster, which is really gross. True King's Return, it's at 1, self-explanatory. You get to bring back 1, and tribute summon during their main phase, and 2 Solemn Strike. I originally had Warning in, Solemn Judgment. I did not like it, cut it. I also cut a couple other cards, like the Imperial Order for these 2. And these cards were a blowout. So that's the main deck, 40. And side deck, we had 2 Cyclones. Never really used them. And then we had Hand Traps. So we had 2 Ghost Ogres, 2 Effect Veilers. And I was going to use my brother's ashes, but I forgot to get them, so 1 ash. And I surprisingly drew that today. I was kind of shocked. The ogres I drew into and the veilers I just kind of set out when I was behind. And then the other ones, Strike of the Monarchs, never sided this. Just there in case evenly existed. 2 Raw Spear Modes, break people's boards, but I've never used it. 2 Zaphion the Time Lords. I thought I would have to play the Mirror, but I never played the Mirror, so it was pretty good. And 2 Goddess of Sweet Revenge for the memes, because why not? It was filler. I didn't have the 2 ashes. My report. Round 1, I played against Paleo. 2-0 because I demised really hard against him, broke his board, and also drew Masterpiece. Round 2, I played against Toons. I was surprised he somehow made it to round 2 with a 1-0. It was a 2-0 because I double masterpieced. Round 3, I played against Trickstar. Trickstar, he just wasn't able to get over Masterpiece. There's no way, and I had him under Anti-Spell. And round 4, I played against Pendulum. Game 1, I had him locked. I beat him with Anti-Spell and Masterpiece. Game 2, I sided out Regeki and a bunch of other cards for the hand traps, but the hand traps just weren't doing it for me. Game 3, I decided them and went first, and I Anti-Spell and Monarch erupted him with Masterpiece. So overall, it was pretty good. I like this deck a lot, but unfortunately, I think it's not going to survive the ban list. A lot is going to get hit. I think Masterpiece is definitely going to get hit. Heritage, maybe Terraforming because of the abuse in this format. But other than that, though, thanks for having me, and looking forward to hearing the feedback in the comments. So thank you very much. Ciao.